Greetings, class. I wanted to take just a few minutes to talk to you about assignment number 2. The purpose of this assignment is to give you the opportunity to synthesize the content from the course and to more fully demonstrate your attainment of the student learning outcomes. For the purposes of this course, you will prepare a fictitious presentation for an interprofessional healthcare team. So you will put together a presentation for an interprofessional healthcare team, and I want the presentation to address a ethical issue or dilemma. And this is where part one of the assignment can be integrated into assignment two. I want you to think about, reflect on the interview data across assignment number one. Was there an ethical issue or dilemma that was apparent? If so, for the purposes of this assignment, you can then reflect and share information pertaining to that ethical issue or dilemma with the interprofessional team. Now, if there was not an ethical issue or dilemma that showed itself with the collection of interview data, you can take a look at the literature and see what the literature shows with regards to ethical issues or dilemmas across diverse populations relative to the social determinants of health. So the key though is to identify early an ethical issue or dilemma and to provide background on that issue and then to identify pertinent ethical principles surrounding the issue. Next, you will want to address concepts including diversity, social justice, health equity. You will also want to integrate concepts across your presentation that include advocacy and how to address health equity in relation to the health or in relation to the issue or the dilemma. Now, you can formulate this presentation in several different ways. I would like for the presentation to include both an oral and a written component. So you may opt to construct a voice PowerPoint. You may decide to complete or to share your presentation using Screencast-O-Matic, which is actually what I use for my videos. But there are a number of different platforms with which you can share this information with an interprofessional team. So begin to think about your method of delivery. You will need to include both a verbal and a written component. I want to emphasize the importance of following the rubric that when you look at the rubric, I would advise that you put a check next to each component as you address those within your presentation. Know that not all those components need to be in text, but so long as you address them verbally, then that would also be appropriate. It's important for your presentation that you include objectives. Remember that objectives should be specific, they should be measurable, they should be achievable, and they should be relevant. They should also be time bound, correct? So, an example objective that you may want to include at the beginning of your presentation, and you should include a minimum of 3 objectives per the rubric, might include this. By the end of this presentation, the learner will be able to verbalize 3 ethical principles pertinent to the ethical dilemma that was discussed today. You can hear where that objective was both specific, relevant, measurable, and time-bound. So when we look at this presentation, it's important that the presentation, again, is tailored to the needs of the interprofessional team, that we want the presentation to be engaging. And while you will not be performing this live to an actual team, I would like you to prepare it as though you are delivering it live. So I would like for you to provide opportunities for audience participation. And I know that's difficult when doing online and when there's not a group of participants, but you can. Have you heard about embracing the concept called, or have you heard about the concept embrace the pause? So while you're delivering your presentation, while it's not going to be synchronous, you can still give the audience time to process, to reflect. You can ask a question and then embrace that pause and then proceed. And this will prepare you more fully when you are able to actually implement this presentation live. But the rubric does include evaluation with regards to how you engage the audience. Okay, so do remember to embrace the pause, to ask questions. At times, I know it seems silly because nobody's going to answer, but let's just go ahead and practice, which will inevitably contribute to professionalism. All right. Um, with regards to your conclusion, I want to emphasize that your conclusion should include a synthesis of the main points of your presentation, that your conclusion will pull everything together, right? That your conclusion is not simply a repeat of everything that was already stated. You want to give your listeners something to take away from the presentation. You also want to include a method to clearly show how the SMART objectives that were designated earlier, whether or not those were achieved. You will want to pay particular attention to your mechanics, to APA style formats across your presentation. There are a number of links, a number of resources within Brightspace that you can consult for APA style format. There are also resources within Brightspace relative to Holman Library. The assignment, this assignment will more fully um, be able to demonstrate your achievement of the student learning outcomes. Again, we are going to take an ethical issue or dilemma that was identified through the collection of interview data, and we are going to look more closely at that ethical issue or dilemma, background information. We'll talk about ethical principles that are impacted. We'll talk about social justice, advocacy, all of those concepts that we're talking about or that we will talk about across modules, each of the modules this term. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. There will be a discussion thread where you can ask questions, or I'm available via email or text. Again, please reach out if you have questions. Thanks so much.